Today, Botcake will introduce the integration between Botcake and Zapier, and we will instruct you how to use it by giving an example, sending pre-designed Botcake message followed to multiple customers at once using Google Sheets. With the setup, whenever you add a new row to your Google Sheet containing a PS ID and Flow ID, Botcake will automatically trigger the specified flow, sending the message to the corresponding recipient. The status and the error message columns will be updated accordingly. Firstly, you will need to set up the Google Sheet. You will need to create accounts both on Zapier and Google Sheets. Additionally, you will need to create a spreadsheet on Google Sheets to store relevant information. And then you could add the following columns to your spreadsheet. There are 4 columns. The first one is PS ID. This column will hold the recipient's ID. The second one is Flow ID. This column will store the ID of the flow you want to send to a recipient. The third one is Status column. This column will be used to track the delivery status of each message. And the final one is the Error message column. This column will display any error messages if a message fails to send. And to initiate the connection between Botcake and Google Sheets, please populate the first row of your spreadsheet with the sample PS ID and Flow ID value. And remember, you need to fill Flow ID before PS ID so the Zapier can know which flow that will be sent. Next, we will turn back to Zapier. But if you haven't had a Zapier account, please create a new one and then log into your account. Click on the Create Zap button. In the Choose Trigger App section, select Google Sheets as the trigger app. And then you will choose the new or updated spreadsheet row as trigger. Link your Google Sheet account to Zapier and select the spreadsheet that you created earlier. Here I will create the spreadsheet and the worksheet that I already create, and then you will need to select the trigger column. Here I will choose the PS ID column. Finally, you will click on the Test Trigger button to let Zapier test it. We will move on to the next step. In the Choose Action App section, select Botcake as the action app, and then choose Send Flow Event as an action. You will connect your Botcake account. Please remember to choose that account that containing the PS ID and the Flow ID that you want to send. In the next step, Zapier will display a list of PS ID and the Flow ID value from your Botcake account. You just need to select the ID of the recipient that you want to send and the Flow ID that you want to send to that recipient. Okay, click on the Continue button and test this step. Once is satisfying, you can activate the Zap to start automated message delivery. But this is not the end, because I want to instruct you how to make Zapier return the data of stated column and the error message. So we will move on to the next step. In the next step, you will need to configure the action that will enable Zapier to monitor changes in your Google Sheet and trigger the corresponding Botcake action. In the Choose Action app, you still choose Google Sheet and you will find the Lookup Spreadsheet row as an event action. Continue. And here, you will select the spreadsheet and the worksheet containing the PS ID and Flow ID information. Just choose the spreadsheet and worksheet that you already created. Okay, and next you will choose the column that containing the PS ID value. Remember that lookup column and lookup value is our required information. if you click on the create Google Sheet spreadsheet row, if it doesn't exist yet, you must be careful because it may create a zap loop. Okay, we will test this tab to make sure it's working. Okay, to complete the automation and ensure the seamless tracking of message delivery outcomes, you will need to add one more action to the Zap. You still choose Google Sheets as an app, and the event you will need to search update spreadsheet row as an action. Yeah, you connect your Google Sheet account, and in the next step, you will choose the spreadsheet, the Google Sheet, and you will select the row that corresponds the PS ID and flow ID for which you want to update the status and the error message. I will choose the row number 2, and then you will need to map the status field and the error message field from Botcake output to the corresponding status column in your spreadsheet. Yeah, you will choose to do the status fails or true, and then to the error message, click on the continue button and test the step. Okay, here when it's successful, you can turn back to the spreadsheet and you will see that it returned the status is fails and the error message, because this message is being sent outside the allow window, so you can send this message to the recipient that you want to send. Please remember that Zapier may take 1 to 2 minutes to process the event, perform updates, and return result. So because this delay is due to the inherent nature of background processing and communication between various systems. So please be patient when you create this app, okay? So that's the end of my video tutorial. Thank you.